Well, motor vehicles. My license is coming up for renewal. Next, no, not March, but in April. So, it used to be easy. We go to AAA, and as a member, we get our renewal done. 10, 15 minutes. Well, no longer. AAA doesn't do it anymore. Because AAA only wanted to do what they were doing, which was do it for their members as a courtesy. Motor vehicles decided to say, well, if you can't do it for everybody, you can't do it for your members. So AAA said, well, then screw you. And meanwhile, it was screw us. So now we got to deal with this crap. So meanwhile, now I'm here, and there's a website that they give you, because I'm trying to find out if I can go to if they have which I heard they did, a satellite, like station, like a substation of some sort. So I thought, well, okay, let me see if they have any substations, because the motor vehicle departments, that's an all-day affair. I mean, it really is. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's just, and you don't even get it right away. You don't get your license the same day. You get a piece of paper. And then the license comes in the mail a couple weeks later. So why? Why? I mean, why? You know why? Because they're subbing it out. They're not doing it. And you know what that leaves you open for? If you come to me, motor vehicles, I get all your paper information. That's all I'm doing. Then I take that and I send it via computer to an outside source. Now that outside source has all my information. All my information. Coast Guard, everything, whatever. All my information. Who the hell is this outside source? You know what I mean? Why can't we keep it within the system? Why do we have to sub it out? Because it's cheaper. Oh, okay, so now we're taking away more jobs. Yeah, I mean, it's just one thing after another. So meanwhile, I get to their website and I just hit languages just for the hell of it. Look at this. I mean, this is ridiculous. It really is. If I had my way, I'd narrow this down to about 4 or 5. I'm really starting to get that way. I really am. I really am. And the thing is, it's not just this country. It's happening everywhere. So meanwhile, they send me here, according to this, so I can find out if there's a satellite station someplace. Okay. Well, insurance. So now it just became, and it's called Real ID. So now it's no longer just the motor vehicles. Now we're selling car insurance and everything else, business insurance, publications. It became. Doesn't do anything to complain about it. And it really doesn't. You like to say yes, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Alright, so telephone numbers, I'm not in Hartford. Elsewhere in Connecticut. Okay, well I guess I'm elsewhere. And, but meanwhile, frequently asked questions in Espanol. No, I want to know in English. This is still, well, I like to say it's still my country, but that's rapidly changing. Address verification. No. Where AAA locations. It's still saying AAA locations. Okay, what's this in West Haven? West Haven. We have a place in West Haven? Now, West Haven's only 2 towns away. I can get there in 10 minutes or less. It'll take me about the same amount of time to get to West Haven than it would for me to get to the Hamden Motor Vehicle Department. Just if I go to the Hamden Motor Vehicle Department, I'm going to be there forever because, again, it's an all-day thing. It really is. You stand in line to get a number to stand in line. Driver license renewals, U.S. You know what this does too? This opens up a whole new avenue of fraud and driver's licenses, because there's an outside firm, an outside source doing these things. So again, you're depending on the person that's behind the counter to do it right and not issue this license to somebody that shouldn't have one with a name on it or whatever. Yeah. And you're not going to find out about it until shit hits the fan, and the next thing you know, your insurance goes up because you had an accident and you were never there. That type of thing. Oh, and that's happened. Not so much with motor vehicles, but one of my credit cards. Yeah. I caught the person. I knew just who it was. Right? She no longer works, and she's now in jail. But meanwhile, okay, I clicked on West Haven. Now what? See, graphic, driver's license renewal notice. I know what it looks like. I have one here. I have one. And if you don't renew it in time, believe it, there's a late fee of $25. The fucking government. Especially the state of Connecticut. There's morons that ran it for the last 8 years, and there's another moron that's running it now. And they just keep going. And more businesses, big businesses that's been here for years, are closing the doors and moving out of the state. Some of them are moving out of the country. Well, it tells me to click here. I click there, and where does it bring me? Right back to where I was. Okay, here we go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, okay, already there were motor vehicles here always had a 3-day weekend. They didn't get any cut and pay, but they had a 3-day weekend. Mondays, never open on Mondays. That started, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 years ago. Okay, so there is a number here for West Haven. I do not see an address here for West Haven. Wait a minute now, what do we got down here? Oh, the City Hall. And they charge you $8 on top of your normal fee. Oh, shit. Excuse me, guys. Alright, so meanwhile, let me see. Travel south. I'll be somewhere. I've been saying the town hall. I see it someplace until my wife bothers me. Oh, right here. Okay. West Haven City Town Hall may charge an $8 fee per transaction. So I'm going to call them. Where the hell's their number? Up here. Alright, let me call them up, see what I come up with. Alright, I can go to West Haven. So, Town Hall, which I know where that is. I used to do bodyguard work for the past mayor. So I know where the town hall is.
Roger, 51
Boy, they are busy today. They drive me nuts. There is an $8 fee, which I don't have to pay if I go to motor vehicles. Well, you know what? I just soon go there. And then they're saying now with this new license where you get the star in the corner, it's good for, like, if you're going to travel and go to the federal buildings and stuff like that. Well, you know what? It doesn't work. I know 2 people One of them I have coffee with every Monday, and he has that special license, and his wife, and they fly, and every time they go to the airport, they still have to go through all the bullshit that everybody else goes through, so it doesn't make any difference. You still have to get in line, you still have to show ID, doesn't do anything different. Now what they're doing though is, apparently, I don't know if it's national or not, I'm sure that it is, but Connecticut, he had said, get it done now. He goes, because in 2020, it's going to be mandatory. And if I don't do it now, in 2020, my license will no longer be recognized unless I carry a passport with me. Right? Now, where is this going? What is this all about? You know, really. You know, now I can understand, you know, to a point, because you're trying to stop fraud. You know, you're trying to stop people, you know, from getting these driver's licenses that don't supposed to be here and don't supposed to have them. So I totally agree with that. But then you send out our licenses to an outside firm to have them done? Well, who's to say they're not doing it? You know, you can't trust anybody nowadays. You know? And I have, boy, I can tell you stories. Someday I may just start telling some stories. All right, but anyway, let me get off that. And tomorrow I'm going to motor vehicles. So we'll take care of that. I'll take you guys along.